record. Okay. So release E3. Wait for 3. I mean, because 3 need to record, right? 3. Okay, you can see, look at the question first. I look at the question first. This question is very important. And basically, this question all about maybe it's something that indicate us maybe this will come out lah. Rasanya ni soalan boleh keluar kot. So if it can come out, let's look at the question number 1. It says that since the inception of the problem in May 1948, when Israel was established on 78% of what used to be Palestine, the issue of the rights of the Palestinians to self-determination, the issue of refugee rights of the Palestinians, among other imperative components of the Palestinian human rights related questions, continue to be bedeviled in the international community, particularly the members of the United Nations Security Council, despite 7 decades of the extensive of the United Nations against this backdrop lah. Ada orang panggil lah, siapa Sri ke? Sekejap Okay, against this backdrop, discuss the importance of the United Nations to the international community and international law, taking into account the power of the institutional structures of the United Nations, while drawing out the strength and weakness of the said structures. So this one we know from the first day, what we are just understand about this Palestine-Israel, what we know about this Palestine-Israel, is it this Palestine-Israel continuously we know that it's already become like something against the international law? Are we saying international law is not taken into a good considerations or good guidelines or implementations in the Israel for them against what? Or they became a party or against the humanity? All this question can be addressed into the statement of the said question. But end of the day, the question is looking into what? Is it the question is looking into the importance of the United Nations, the roles of the United Nations, the strength and the weakness of United Nations? So that's the question all about, right? True. So can we consider on the importance roles of the internationals or important way that we can understand how does the United Nations will work towards to the international communities. So how are we going to address this? That means the implication, the strength, the weakness. Do we have a proper law, treaty, sources to say that this is what is the strength and this is what actually the roles or this is what is the weakness of the said United Nations? Adakah kita memiliki segala-galanya untuk menunjukkan parameter, the parameter of saying that the United Nations can be a governing body which regulate the entire world peace? So where are we going to look into it? What we need to answer on this? Mr. G, can elaborate on this a bit. Do you have any ideas on this? What do you think about the United Nations? Do we really have a structure? What is the structure of United Nations? Apakah struktur United Nations? Anyone? If that is struktur United Nations tak? Apa dia struktur United Nations? Structure. Structure of United Nations ini can be also divided in many forms, right? Can we say the structure of United Nations do also related to the General Assembly, the Security Council, the economy, and they have the social council and all that. You know, how does the Security Council look like, or how the structure of the United Nations look like? They have principal organs, consist of General Assembly, Security Council, Economy and Social Council, Secretariat, International Court of Justice. All these are the principles, governance lah. Maksudnya ini semua ialah siapa? Ini semua ialah orang-orang yang ada dalam mana? Orang-orang yang ada dalam structure of United Nations. Faham tak? Maksudnya structure of United Nations ni, high point. Structure of United Nations ni question number 1. Structure of United Nations ni is very, very important. Why is structure of United Nations very, very important? Hi, Miss Amy. Why is the question number 1 very, very important? Is because I think for sure they're going to ask again, or maybe there will be a repeated question lah on this United Nations. Perhaps this United Nations is not very tough question, but people don't understand the UN system actually. How does this UN nations work? Mereka tak tentu. Contohnya macam ni, cikgu share untuk anda. UN punya structure. Dia punya structure macam ni. Nampak tak? UN punya structure. Nampak tak? Economical, Social Council, Secretariat, International Court of Justice, Trustee Council. Nampak tak? Dia ada General Assembly, dia ada Security Council. Correct or not? So bila cikgu kata dia ada semua ni kan, adakah ini merupakan dia punya structure? Question kata apa? What the question say? Question kata apa? Question kata structure. Dengan menggunakan structure, elaborate dia punya apa? Strength and weakness. Tapi dia orang juga ada kaitkan dengan apa? Where they also kaitkan. Look at the first question. They also kaitkan dengan mana? How you all will do the answer for this? How you going to do the system? How it work? Macam mana? Kita nak bawa highlight. Can we bring in the highlight? Can we bring the highlight? Can we put highlight? When we put highlight there, what will happen in highlight? Apa akan terjadi dalam highlight tu? When I put L, A, C, highlight issue. Issue dia adalah apa? What is the issue? Issue dia di sini ialah they are asking on institutional structure of United Nations while drawing out the strength and the weakness of the said structure. It means they want the structure. You all got it? They want what? Structure. Maybe the not advanced level, the one is really like sebelum ini bila kita buat jawapan, kita punya idea apa? What is the idea of kita sebagai student? Always kita akan buat berdasarkan kepada strength and weakness, betul tak? Kita always akan fokus kepada strength and weakness kan, betul tak? Adakah dia hanya berpandukan kepada strength and weakness saja? Am I going to straight away going to say this is the strength and weakness of the United Nations? If normal people, normal student, if they don't understand this, they got United Nations got a system, what will be the answer? They will say what? They simply will go into the Palestine issue and they will say what? The weakness of the United Nations, basically they cannot control the peace and order of the nation or of the world, right? So that will be the answer, right? So they will kaitkan dengan kebanyakannya Palestin dengan Israel saja kan? Adakah itu saja yang diminta? The question doesn't look like that. The question is saying what? Go into the structure of the United Nations, see that structure of United Nations is working on the example like Palestine and Israel. That's what they're asking, right? So when we look into that, if we look into the state structure here, hi Sri, Question number 1. So when we look into the structure here, do that structure consist on principal organs? Why they call it as principal organs? What is means of principal organs? Principal organs ialah the mechanism or the person who can actually become solely look like an agent lah. They are like an agent lah. When we talk on the words of legal terms, they are known like an agent, because it doesn't work without what? Without your hand, without leg, right? Because you got the brain, but you need agents what? To continually make things work. So kalau begitu, General Assembly will be govern everything. Can I say General Assembly do actually bind the parties? What will be the answer? Look at the General Assembly above, they say what? Commission lah, Disablement Commission lah, Human Rights Council lah, International Law Commissions lah, Joint Inceptions lah, macam-macam kan dia punya kerja kan, fund, its own program, lepas tu other entities and all that. So but on all these ideas related to this General Assembly, this General Assembly do also have to play a major role, right, on the issue related to what is General Assembly, right? What is General Assembly basically? Because that one is subsidiary organ, then the fund organs and other entities. What is the main role of the General Assembly? Anyone? Roles of General Assembly. What is the roles of the General Assembly? Do they also put an agenda? Do they put any agenda? They put any agenda or not? Do they also govern any matters or not? Do they also say anything or not on General Assembly? What they normally do? So normally they will play their role on what? The Assembly makes recommendation on states of international issues within its competence. It's also taken actions across all pillars of the United Nations, including with regards to politics, economies, humanitarian, social and legal matters. Right? So that means mereka juga melaksanakan segala isu-isu berkaitan dengan resolusi-resolusi yang boleh dibuat berdasarkan kepada ekonomi, politik dan sosial. Adakah apa-apa resolusi yang dibuat oleh mereka akan dijadikan sebagai binding? Can it become binding?
The result cannot binding, sir.
Okay, excellent. That's the answer. So when we say it is not binding, that means it's only what? It's only like a
recommendation.
It's like a guiding only lah. That means you as a member, you have to look into it lah. That means anda janganlah sampai melakukan perbuatan melanggar kepada apa-apa yang boleh dikatakan sebagai satu perkara yang ditegah oleh dunia. Maksudnya United Nations ialah assembly yang memainkan peranan sebagai apa? Sebagai badan perundangan atau badan gawan berkaitan dengan isu-isu dunia. So anda tidaklah boleh, atau negara itu, members itu tidaklah boleh menjadikan alasan-alasan lain untuk melanggar perkara-perkara yang telah dimeterai di bawah General Assembly. Tetapi ada tak ada isu yang boleh kita nampak bahawa memang ada selalunya ada pelanggaran berkaitan dengan United Nations? Can or cannot? What type of things that normally the United General Assembly that always be not followed? Who normally will not follow? You all can Google also. General Assembly what? Assembly resolutions not followed by whom actually? Normally not followed by whom? Followed by Israel. Normally they won't follow. Why they not following? That's it. Why they won't follow? Mostly related to issue related to what? The Israel will not follow. Mostly on what? Mostly on humanitarian. Why mostly these United Nations resolution passed on UNGA will not follow by the Israel? Because Israel always says what? Maksudnya perundangan domestik dia sendiri. So dia tak kisah berkaitan dengan perundangan antarabangsa. Lebih-lebih lagi United Nations Security Council punya perundangan pun dia tak nak ikut. Adakah dia akan mengikut perundangan yang telah dibuat yang berdasarkan kepada member, berapa member dalam SC? How many members in SC? SC got how many members? 5 permanent members, but consists of how many members? 15 members, right? True or not? So memang dia selalu takkan mengikut kepada apa? Kepada United Nations punya apa-apa resolution pun dia takkan ikut. Mengapa dia takkan ikut apa-apa United Nations punya? Kerana dia bertentangan dengan dia. Kerana dia menyatakan apa? Israel menyatakan what is that general statement by the Israel? Because Israel always say what? They always want to defend their country. True or not? So kita boleh nampak bahawa memang ada pelbagai perkara bila dibuat memang tidak diikut oleh siapa? Oleh Israel maupun negara-negara lain yang mungkin menentang perkara-perkara tersebut pun ada. Contohnya apabila kita ada perundangan berdasarkan kepada perundangan UN Charter, ada negara juga yang berperang yang mengakibatkan kepada mereka dikenakan sekatan. Boleh tak bagi satu negara yang berperang sehingga masuk ke dalam negara tersebut dan dikenakan tindakan? Which country is that? Can I say Iraq?
Yes, sir.
Iraq went into?
Kuwait, is it?
Yeah, correct. So when they go into Kuwait, and what happened at the end? They also been what? Later been sanctioned, right, by the United Nations, SC. True or not? So they are the former. Ada juga keadaan bahawa mereka berjaya membentuk kepada satu bentuk sekatan. Tapi sekatan-sekatan itu dikenakan kepada negara-negara mana? Negara-negara yang diibaratkan oleh Eropah atau US ataupun negara-negara dunia yang dikatakan maju itu, negara-negara itu cuba mengkerdilkan negara-negara yang tidak berpihak kepada mereka. So sometimes we understand the weakness of the said UNSC ataupun UNGA adalah berdasarkan kepada mereka punya siapa? Mereka punya alliance ataupun contohnya seperti UNSC atau berkaitan dengan Security Council. Ada 5 consist of permanent member, iaitu apa? France, China, Britain, Russia, correct or not? Another one? America. All these 5 members, they will do what? Is it they follow on their own intention or they are following on the interest of the world? Own interest, right?
Yeah, intention.
So own interest, own intention, keep them to do what? Keep them to not conjunctively imposed sanctions towards other countries. For example, could be also Israel. So these are the issues yang mana kita nampak bahawa affirmative things could not happen dalam isu berkaitan dengan structure ni. So ramai tak ada structure ni tau. Saya rasa baik anda screenshot structure ini. Ataupun anda boleh pergi kepada sistem chart mereka ni. Anda boleh copy daripada United Nations itu sendiri. Cikgu akan just put here as the link. Anda kena kaitkan dengan perkara ini. Adakah sistem ini juga ada kelebihan, strength dia juga ada ke tidak? Dia dalam berkaitan dengan apa? Body mana? You all can see the Economy and Social Council. Economy and Social Council anda boleh nampak kepada pelbagai pihak dekat sini kan, yang mana ada boleh nampak dekat atas tu ada isu berkaitan dengan specialized agency. Ada FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization, ada ILO, International Labour Organization, IMO, UNESCO, WHO. So most of these are example where anda boleh nampak ambil daripada isu berkaitan strength. Why strength is important here? What is the issue berkaitan dengan strength di sini? Because anda tahu bahawa WHO adalah satu kekuatan organisasi tersebut di mana mereka melakukan satu apa? What they did actually? What they done for the COVID time? Do they come with any guidelines or any important messages to the world? How could they prevent what? How can they prevent the disease issue berkaitan dengan COVID and all that things can come in. to us to say that it's also a strength for the world to have such experts' opinion from the WHO, where the world have to abide with the certain regulations to keep up with the atmosphere, whereby there will not be more disease lah, or we can say more issue of people died because of the issue of COVID and all that. So ini semua anda boleh tuliskan berdasarkan kepada pengetahuan anda berkaitan dengan kekuatan. Adakah ada lagi kelemahan kepada isu yang juga boleh kita kaitkan dengan organisasi-organisasi ini? Is it we can look into anything that the nation could be what? If let's say I sign any resolution on the WHO on the implication of vaccination on the COVID, so I need to follow the entire what? Entire say or entire guidelines or entire anything which done by the WHO for the time being lah. Bila adanya isu berkaitan COVID, saya punya guideline ialah mana? KKM, Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia ke, atau saya kena ikut kepada WHO? Saya kena ikut kepada WHO. Do that actually healthy? Do that actually good for that said nation? If you've been controlled by certain guideline, which perhaps your nation doesn't like it to be imposed. For example, in Malaysia, do we or do everyone in Malaysia do really bersetuju, consented for the vaccination? Do we really do that in Malaysia? Adakah kita memang telah membenarkan diri sepenuh-sepenuhnya untuk dikenakan apa? Vaccination tersebut, suntikan tersebut? Ada juga warga negara Malaysia yang menentang kepada isu berkaitan dengan vaccination tersebut kan, yang mana mereka tak nak menerima vaksinasi tersebut. True, because mereka kata itu adalah hak mereka. So adakah dia memperjudiskan nyawa mereka ataupun tidak? Itu adalah isu yang juga perlu dilihat berdasarkan kepada diri masing-masing ataupun berdasarkan kepada perkara-perkara seperti kita ada apa? Human rights, seperti UDHR and all that. So this concept adalah sangat-sangat luas. Kita tidak boleh sendirinya melihat kepada perkara ini dengan cara yang tunnel minded. Kita kena lebih memikirkan pemikiran ini berdasarkan kepada apa? Kepada open minded, ataupun kita kena melihat kepada satu perkara itu dengan cara yang meluas. Because it must be open ended, it couldn't be like something like close-ended theory, cannot. Because kita ini dalam lapangan apa? Perundangan. Adakah perundangan itu kata setiap manusia perlu memerlukan hak asasi? Yes. So kalau sedemikian, contohnya seperti apa yang berlaku di Palestin dan Israel ini, ada tak ada kekangan daripada isu berkaitan dengan keselamatan? Ada tak ada isu berkaitan dengan Israel tidak membenarkan pengantaran makanan? Adakah isu berkaitan dengan mereka juga menutup batas atau menutup sempadan mereka untuk isu-isu berkaitan dengan penghantaran makanan, keselamatan, implikasi lain yang boleh menjejaskan kesihatan, mungkin mereka juga kebuluran dan sebagainya. So hak-hak ini perlulah dilihat sebagai satu tindakan yang boleh bersifat sebagai kekuatan ataupun kekurangan kepada pihak mana? Pihak United Nations. So ini adalah dasar-dasar tersebut yang ada dalam struktur United Nations itu. Ini satu saja, tapi kalau lihat kepada UNESCO, pengisytiharan apa? Bangunan-bangunan, monumen-monumen yang boleh berbentuk kepada pengiktirafan dunia dalam aspek seperti sejarah. Malaysia ada tak UNESCO telah mengiktirafkan beberapa bandar terpenting di Malaysia untuk menjadi sebagai bandar bersejarah? Ada tak? Tahu tak? Which bandar menjadi bandar bersejarah diiktiraf UNESCO di Malaysia? Anyone knows? Melaka dan Pulau
Pinang.
Yeah. So dua bandar ni sudah menjadi apa? Sudah menjadi satu bandar yang dilihat sebagai bandar bersejarah berdasarkan kepada pengiktirafan UNESCO. Dan adakah sekarang boleh kita langsungkan kepada perbuatan-perbuatan pengubahsuaian maupun mengeluarkan bangunan-bangunan ini dalam bentuk membinasa ataupun dalam bentuk mengubah struktur dia? So ini adalah perkara-perkara yang dilihat sebagai mungkin ditegah di bawah UNESCO itu sendiri. So perkara-perkara ini dibuat berdasarkan kepada isu-isu apa? Yang seperti mana dikatakan tadi, kekuatan dan kelemahan. Tengok macam mana kita boleh tulis So kalau saya bercakap seperti ini pun anda boleh bertulis dengan lebih panjang lebar, because I only spoke on WHO, UNESCO. They are ILO, they are related to FAO, berkaitan dengan food and all that. Dia ada banyak-banyak yang kita boleh tahu dalam dunia ini. So anda boleh juga mengeluarkan isu-isu berkaitan dengan yang saya sebutkan dalam isu pentadbiran struktur dia itu, di mana anda lihat berdasarkan ekonomi, social and concept ini. Paling penting sekali ialah anda akan pergi kepada isu berkaitan International Court of Justice. Why International Court of Justice very important? Why very important? ICJ, why very important? Anyone? ICJ? I think I'm scared also. Suddenly they go to ask ICJ, ICJ alone, because I see that they also like trying to link what is ICJ. Because Malaysia also got an issue related to ICJ, right? What is the Malaysian issue related to ICJ? Pulau Sipadan, Pulau Litigan, Pulau Batu Putih, correct or not? Sipadan Litigan is favorable on us. Batu Putih favorable on favor to Singapore. So why we lose all these pulau? And why we also subjected to the decision made by the ICJ? Kerana we give the consent. So if we give the consent towards to the ICJ, the implication ialah negara-negara yang memberikan persetujuan ke ICJ itu akan menjadi apa? Atau kemungkinan mereka juga akan terpaksa bind kepada pemutusan-pemutusan yang dibuat ICJ. Simple. Tetapi ICC berbeza. Why ICC berbeza? International Criminal Court, why berbeza? You must be a party of the said what? Treaty, right? Then only you are subjected to the ICC. True or not? Correct. So if you are not a party of the member of the said ICC, like what did by the Israel, but other parties all concerning of what the actions towards to the Israel. What is the actions towards the Israel? Who went in and say you are responsible towards to the issue related to Palestine, all that? Who went in first? Which country? To file a case against Israel?
Africa.
So yang tu anda tahu kan, ini cikgu tak perlu nak bagi tahu lah. Bermaksud bahawa kekuatan kelemahan you are well versed. Only thing is you have to bring in that said what? Anda kena bawa apa? The structure. Got it dah? Tak rasa soalan ni anda boleh buat kan?
So, actually, my friends ada share something because I'm not attending the revision class.
Okay, got it.
But she did say that Puan Halidah ada cakap yang actually dia tak nak a lengthy answer. So she also don't want we distract too detail in regards of all this kind of thing. Sebab actually dia nak we talk about nature of law. For this question, kalau kita baca soalan tu, so yes, actually kita akan straightforward faham dia nak actually structure kelemahan, kelebihan. Tapi bila come to the discussion, dia dah jadi macam dia cakap you must understand the context of the question, then only you able to answer the question. So bila dia cakap macam tu, dan dia kata I'm not talking about Palestine, Israel. Dia kata I just use as a background. Dia kata kalau you tak touch also pun it doesn't matter. Tetapi sekarang ni dia nak cakap about nature of international law. So whether you can enforce it, macam tu. Compliance of the UN punya tu, semua dia nak kaitkan tu.
Correct. Before join kan, yang 5 minit sebelum tu kan, because you join after for 5 minutes, right? No. I told the same thing.
So maknanya kita memang kena cakap dulu.
I told the same thing. I said the question basically is going into this. That's why I show this. I told to the student, rest of them, that the First thing here is they are talking on the weakness, strength, also the structure. She only putting the Palestine Israel as an example only. You just can take it as an example, not the entire thing about Israel and Palestine. No, I just said that, I mentioned that earlier. So if you find that, I went so deep into what the structure only. I'm looking at the structure. See
Cuma
the-
dia pesan lah, kalau mulakan then you must do the introduction is whether the international law is a law.
No. You don't need to go that detail.
No, she want that.
You want, but if
She
you go,
did say that.
then she also saying what? That means you have to look into the strength and also the weakness and also the strength of the state and also structure of the state United Nation, right? True or not?
She did say that you must also able to answer to explain on the compliance and the enforcement.
Because when you write your answer at the end, it will be more like the effective of the
Yeah.
United Nations.
Conclusion yang itu, yes, conclusion. But she said on macam mana cara you structure is introduction, you must say that what is an international law. So whether it is a law, so then you masuk tentang UN compliance, then dia punya enforcement, semua tu lah yang tadi saya cakap, structure apa semua tu.
Tapi bagi saya kata sekarang, I telling you honestly, if I also will listen to her, but at the same time I also will know that these people also always tell us few things. For example, don't write much, don't say much, don't go on a lot of facts, all that. You all agreed or not? Everyone agreed, huh? I all agree? I will agree, huh?
What is it? Sorry sir, again?
Yeah, I'm telling you, psychologically, they will say like this: don't write much, don't put a lot of case law. I want you all go to the point. They will say like that, right? True or not?
Yeah. She did say like that.
But who they will fail? Who they will fail? In the exam.
Yeah, macam
Who will fail in the exam?
student lah sir.
Student. Tapi siapa-siapa yang gagal itu siapa? Yang tak bagi banyak case law.
Authority lah sir. Of course we need to support with the
Yang tak
authority.
banyak tulis, yang tak banyak tulis fakta, yang tak banyak tulis apa? Keputusan semua. Itu semua akan fail kan? Orang agree tak?
Yes lah sir.
Mengapa? Tapi setiap kali datang dalam masa lip ke masa exam, orang kata apa? Saya mau point saja. Saya tak mau ini case law banyak. Saya faham case law. Itu dah faham, ini dah faham. Tapi bila kita tengok jawapan-jawapan, A student, B student punya jawapan, tahu dia orang buat apa? A student punya, B student punya jawapan kebanyakannya ada apa? Keputusan, fakta, elaboration, semua ada. Ya. Diorang bayangkan, saya tak tahu mengapa diorang suka drama tau. Saya boleh terus terang bagi tahu dekat all these people yang memang pergi lip semua. Saya pun pergi lip. Saya rasa setiap tahun orang semua pergi lip. Semua setiap tahun diorang kata perkara yang sama saja. They will say what you know. I just want a bit. I know about the case law, so you don't need to elaborate too much. But who failed at the end of the day? Who give a bit? The one who failed, right? True or not? Saya rasa lah, Sri, if you want to correct me, I feel that is what happening in this bachelor. You follow them.
Tapi I tengok yang macam last student yang dapat test tu pun dia memang tak lengthy lah dia punya answer. Dia very straightforward dia. Tapi dia bagi sir, dia bagi.
Yang A student yang kita nampak hari tu punya, yang kita buat tu, dia mana buat minute? Yang berkaitan dengan match itu. Who shared? I think doctor shared, right? Look at the doctor shared. Tengok yang doctor share punya. A student punya answer. That's A student punya answer kan?
Ya, I rasa dia cuba nak pesan pada semua student tu, sebab dia semalam ada student yang present dia punya jawapan lah, tapi dia dah macam pergi merapu-rapu. I think dia dah macam masuk ke topik lain-lain apa semua, legal personality lah apa semua. So that's why dia kata you tak payah, in her word lah, maknanya you tak payah here and there, so you straightforward to the Christian. So dia kata ramai yang I think the way dia nak sampaikan is ramai yang fail is because tak faham konteks kehendak soalan. Sebab mungkin mereka jawab tu dia orang faham lain. Macam contoh soalan 3. So when they said diplomatic relation, dia cakap no, you should state responsibility first. So I pun tak faham apa yang actually yang dia nak. But if we see from the question, sir, obviously is about the diplomatic punya relation convention yang you breach. Then only bila you ada established as a state, bila you terikat dengan customary law or the treaty, then only you akan ada satu obligasi untuk mematuhinya. Tapi dia macam oh no, you should elaborate the state responsibility dulu, then baru you relate dengan diplomatic. So
adalah dia orang saya kenal betul-betul dia orang ni semua. Dia orang
so like macam for me lah, kalau if I'm argue that one, I will cakap lah, this one macam mana you nak establish the breach first kalau you tak tahu sama ada dia ada obligasi atau nak. Bila dia ada obligasi, then baru you ada satu pemecahan, right? So I was like okay lah, whatever. I just hope pass.
But if you look into the Dr. Shah, let's just pick run on this. You all tell me whether this. I didn't see it completely also. I just read it with you. I think I also it's not so fixed in my memory. But let's put it first lah in your PIL. Let's put it first in your PIL. See this one. This question was given on the March A student. How does the A students answer? The question 1 is a bit very detailed compared to the question number 2. But question number 1 is very detailed. Detailed in sense very packed lah, the answer. For me lah, maybe question number 2 because 2 pages, but she have very good answer in the conclusion. So now they will put all type of trick for you all to put very minute answer. For me, this is trick. You all must know. This is every year trick. 20 orang, 30 orang saja pas untuk baca juris every year. Sampai sekarang, orang yang fail pun tidak tahu mengapa dia mungkin attempt 3 kali dan sebagainya, mengapa dia gagal. Dia takkan tahu. Adakah bermaksud bahawa mereka tak dapat jawab soalan itu dengan betul?
Oh, I have some friends dia fail is because dia tak jawab penuh je, sir. Ada 2 or 3 same batch dengan I. Dia jawab, I think maybe dia jawab well in first question, second question. Lepas tu
tiga soalan.
Macam test hari tu pun sama. Dia jawab satu soalan and second soalan dia jawab tau, sir, tapi separuh, tak sempat habis. But then dia terus bagi tak ada point langsung, sir.
Itulah saya kata. Idea lah mereka akan sekarang kata you kurangkan you punya fakta pasal dia orang tahu dia orang akan pergi all out. Dia akan tahu dia orang akan pergi all out. Dia orang akan mainkan kita dalam pelbagai faktor untuk kita tak memberikan jawapan penuh seperti yang kita selalu buat. Kau faham tak? Dia orang sudah mula membaca strategi kita tahu. They already see our strategy. You look at the first answer that she give A on the day, the first answer very complete. After this class, you all try to read the first answer again. Is it complete or not, the answer? The answer is damn complete. For me, I feel because they copied from the online, very complete. Now, at the end of the month, August, they don't want complete. They want just, okay, you go this one, you tackle this one, you tackle. This all drama will come in. Every year got drama one. Every year got drama one. You know the land law. You know land law, right? Land law. What is the land law punya cara mereka kata at the end of the day? Saya nak ini case law, saya nak ini saja kan, betul tak? Tapi landlord, tiba-tiba landlord dia akan ada failure tinggi. Mengapa landlord ada failure tinggi? Because people bagi fakta yang sikit, keputusan sikit kan, betul tak? Tahun ni saya punya pelajar semua dapat A, you know. Why they got A? They go all out. They don't care. They go all out. You know, contract always got failure, right? True or not? Why contract always got failure? Because also they said what? Go ringkas, go to the point, go to this, right? When I read the A question, A answer, B answer, A answer, you know what happened? A and B answer, all out answer, you know. Semua ada. Even they repeat back what they said in their case, repeat back again, you know. All out answer. Betul, all out answer. Semua all out answer ini dia escape. Saya pun tak tahu mengapa. Yang betul-betul macam diorang katakan, pergi kepada point, pendekkan dia punya jawapan, you pergi kepada itu point, you bagi tahu ni fakta, you bagi tahu sedikit case, you bagi tahu sedikit keputusan cukup, itu kan. Itu semua akan pergi kepada kategori C, C minus. So what they're trying to do? They're trying to help us. Psychologically, they're trying to defeat us. Simple as that. Why now suddenly, like Sri said, question number 3, when she look at it, it's mostly what? Okay, let's go to question number 3. Sri say what? Question number 3. Okay, you all look at the question number 3. You all tell me, is it what Sri says correct or not? Mana? Soalan dia. Okay, so now Sri, let's look at question number 3. Question number 3 is what? Nabu is a newborn state, right? Nabu, correct? Nabu, newborn state, and is not a member of the United Nations. She's not ratified any diplomatic convention as yet. However, Coruscant has established diplomatic ties with Nabu. The embassy of Nabu in Galactic City, the capital of Coruscant, hosted an irregular function called a toast for Nabu to your land. At the JD Hotel, Galactic City, about 200 guests were invited to this function. The guests comprised Croatian diplomat and other foreign diplomats in the Croatian. While the function was underway, at least 100 people, as the embassy of Nabu is unable to ascertain who these terrorists are. Underway group of terrorist group enter. Oh, okay, I missed the one. While the function was underway, a group of terrorists broke into the premise and opened fire, the gas killing at least 100 people. The embassy Nabu is unable to ascertain who these terrorists are. While this event took place in Galactic City, there was also an attack against Coruscant embassy in Nabu. Demonstrators from the street of Nabu, who were dissatisfied with the Queen of Nabu, stormed into Coruscant embassy and tried to set fire to the said embassy. They stole many documents from the embassy archive, and raided the residence of the head of mansion of Coruscant. The embassy of Nabu is deeply worried about this incident and would like to seek your advice the embassy of Nabu of all the relevant legal issues. So what is the main thing happened? Can you give me 2 important cases for this? If somebody came in and seized fire immediately on something called like this function this called as what? This called directly terrorist attack, right? This terrorist attack happened in one country, isn't it? But inside, all the guests is from which country? All the diplomats, all the consular, and all the people who is from the embassy and all that too. So it's happened where? Happened in which? Nabu, is it? Galactic Crossing. So it's happened in the embassy of Nabu in Galactic City, the capital, Crossing. So it's happened there. Crossing, right? True. So Nabu is established is what? Diplomatic ties and also embassy in the Crossing city. So anything happen in Crossing, who is liable? Siapa yang akan dikenakan tindakan? Is it Nabu atau Crossing itu sendiri? Siapa? Is Nabo atau Crossen yang terpaksa bertindak kepada isu ini atau siapa? Who's that? Diplomat dah ada, betul tak? Diplomat berada di mana?
Hotel tu dekat
Crossen City kan?
Yes.
So, Nabo itu adalah sebuah negara, betul?
Yes, newborn state.
But the newborn state, they have any rectified any diplomatic
In this
treaty?
case, no, dia tak sign the treaty. But
Just is coming.
because it is a established customary law, so diplomatic is the one that rules that you codified in treaty. So whether you are newborn ataupun you are lama punya state, you still bind unless you show that you protest with the conduct you enter to a new treaty with you punya hubungan dengan negara lain ke ataupun any other way lah that you show you object to that.
So when people come in and shoot fire, Crossen has a liability towards to that action or not against the terrorists, or they will say no, this cannot be done. It's not our wrong, it is the terrorist wrong. What are they supposed to do?
General principle, if terrorists, for sure the state will not responsible unless the state has take part, like a Tehran case.
Now you're coming to the point. So whether in Tehran case, is it what happened in Tehran case? Is it the hostile?
Hostile. Lepas tu I think dia ada buat pencerobohan to the embassy lah, and then dia ambil take document everything semua.
Pelajar-pelajar kan?
Yeah, the student.
So it's happened in Tehran, is the Iran right and the US embassy, correct or not?
Yes, sir.
So if so, kita dah nampak bahawa jelasnya soalan itu adalah sama seperti soalan yang ditanya dalam soalan ini. So isunya memanglah ini state responsibility lah. It's very clear.
Yeah. It's state responsibility. Cuma kita bila the student trying to bring the diplomatic issue dulu, dia kata oh no, you should talk about state responsibility.
Saya tu nampak macam tu. Saya nampak straight dia kerana isu dia lebih kepada satu ialah Libyan punya case yang berkaitan dengan case tembakan yang constable itu, correct tak? So that case and also issue.
Okay, sir, but my concern now is the question was it's happened at hotel, not at the kawasan misi, tau sir. It's out of embassy. So if you apply Article 22, you must protect the kawasan misi. So in this question, we should bring which article? Is it diplomat punya protection is to under Article 29?
It's supposed to be under the article.
The question was purposely.
It doesn't say that I only will protect your people or diplomat during in the consul's building, right? Ada tak itu saja? Dia ada tak mana-mana kata? Tak ada kan? Betul tak?
Tak ada.
It's an official ceremony or functions that conducted by the country, right? So if it's official, it's already stand to what? Jury inquiry and all that coming in, correct or not? But I don't want to go into that lah. That one is too detailed lah. Jury inquiry or work on the organization whereby they are doing all officially and all that, so they got immunity. That one on the one. The perspective is whether these things happen as a formal countries have organized it. The NABO is a what? It's a state, right?
State.
So kalau dia sebuah negara, kalau dia organize sebuah parti di hotel ke di mana-mana ke?
That's what I was thinking, sebab dia yang organizer. Tapi adakah Coruscant yang akan bertanggungjawab sebab dia yang organize?
Coruscant organize ke atau NABO organize?
Saya pun rasa macam that majlis is for NABO lah. Majlis for NABO.
So Nabu hosted, right?
Nabu hosted. Yeah. So Nabu yang buat. That's why.
Toast from Nabu.
So in this case, kalau ini dia luar embassy, for sure we cannot use Artikel 22. So we said that we use Artikel 29 lah kan, sebab dia macam you must protect the diplomats from the any assault kan.
Because you are a person who knows is already been hosted in one hotel on your own country, whereby you're supposed to give what? What is your way of looking at it as a country? I'm a receiving state. Sending state send the people. Receiving state is here. True or not? This is the mission of a country. So if it's the mission of a country, then you'll go too much of what? Too much of what? Too much of? You will go into too much of? Kalau anda kata mission of a country, anda akan tanya lah, what is this for, the party lah, what they're doing and all that, true. It is a mission of country, betul tak? Tapi kita tak tahu apa party tu kan, tapi di official party lah, betul tak? Kena host by a country, right? True.
A toast for Nabu.
So they are celebrating a country which just born. That means they are celebrating the country toast for Nabu lah. That means it's a country which newly born, so we are appreciating this country lah. That's how they do it, right? True. So are we going to say that even they are doing all this in a toast for our country and all that? Is it the country who was looking after all this, or they permitted diplomasi berkaitan, or the consular mereka boleh buka embassy dan berkaitan seperti itu? Adakah kita masih boleh kata mereka tak akan bertanggungjawab? We cannot say that. Saya rasa kereta make ataupun apa-apa berlaku pun dia ada imuniti dalam isu berkaitan dengan kekebalan, imuniti diplomat, tetapi orang yang hosting perkara itu tiba-tiba ada fire. Contohnya macam hari ini kan, yang kita nampak Trump ditembak. Bekas Perdana Menteri atau bekas Presiden ditembak di halayak orang ramai semasa isu berkaitan dengan politik. Itu untuk pengundian dan sebagainya. Adakah itu adalah satu persoalan berkaitan keselamatan kepada mantan presiden yang harus dijaga oleh negara tersebut? Dibuat di publik, dibuat di padang. Tapi masihkah negara Amerika itu masih bertanggungjawab terhadap keselamatan presiden tersebut? Mantan, So katakan apa boleh berlaku kepada sesiapa. Contohnya Perdana Menteri Malaysia Tun Mahathir, adakah masih mantan? Adakah masih perlu dijaga? Perlu dijaga. Adakah Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri perlu dijaga? Perlu dijaga. Mantan-mantan mereka ni masih memiliki kekebalan daripada aspek-aspek yang boleh dituntut daripada negara tersebut because of persoalan informasi dan keselamatan negara, kerana mereka memiliki banyak maklumat berkaitan negara. Begitu juga isu berkaitan dengan sebuah negara yang mereka host di dalam hotel maupun di mana-mana. Adakah mereka ini perlu juga dijaga oleh negara yang receive negara tersebut? Absolutely yes, state responsibility. Terlampau sangat ini nampak dengan kaitan kepada kes Tehran dengan kes Libyan tersebut, betul tak? Lebanon or Libyan, what is that? Am I saying correctly? So it is state's responsibility lah, true or not? How can it's not state responsibility? Why is she go in diplomatic fully? What's the issue on diplomacy here? Why kekebalan diplomatik is coming in? Is it they did anything for the diplomat? Adakah diplomat itu bawa kereta ke, pergi langgar ke, did anything wrong? Adakah ada isu berkaitan dengan bag?
Ada juga sebab soalan seterusnya tu dia ada dekat negara Nabu tu itself, embassy embassy constant. I think kena.
Mana dia? The embassy of Nablus unable to ascertain who's terrorists. There was also attack of Crossing embassy in Nabu. Oh, then it's happened in Nabu.
Yes.
Crossing embassy was attacked in Nabu. But same thing lah. Nabu had responsibility over the Crossing lah.
Yep.
And demonstrated from the street Nabu. So he is still against going on the state responsibility. They stole documents, also state responsibility. Where is the diplomat punya isu kekebalan diplomatik tu dekat mana? Asal student tu bawa kekebalan diplomatik?
No, my mean is sebab masa dia bom dekat hotel tu ada diplomats kan, wakil daripada diplomat.
Itu hanya lebih kurang seperti definisi saja, yang mana diplomat ni adalah diplomat yang perlu dihormati kerana mereka memiliki misi, itu saja. Tapi mengapa chapter kekebalan diplomat tu boleh datang ke sini? Because anda kena tahu, the chapter of the issue berkaitan kekebalan diplomat hanya akan datang bila dikaitkan dengan apa? Isu apa? Isu perundangan yang boleh dikenakan terhadap diplomat tersebut.
Penahanan kan, sir?
Isu penahanan diplomat itu isu yang di mana dia melakukan kesalahan seperti civil jenayah. Adakah kita akan menghantar balik diplomat itu balik kepada mana? Balik kepada negara asal mereka.
So kalau isu diplomat di luar daripada dia punya kawasan misi, my means the embassy ataupun kawasan rumah dia, so that means negara yang menerima tu tak ada satu obligasi untuk memastikan keselamatan dia, is it?
No, memang kita ada obligasi untuk memastikan keselamatan dia, itu tak ada apa-apa kebincangan. Isunya ialah apabila dia melakukan sesuatu yang salah seperti jenayah, adakah dia boleh bebas daripada jenayah tersebut, itu je. So jurisdiction untuk mengenakan tindakan dan menjaga keselamatan adalah berbeza.
Itulah I tengah fahamkan, sir. Maksudnya kalau soalan keluar macam ni, bila dia di luar daripada kawasan misi dia, so bukanlah lagi satu tanggungjawab negara untuk memastikan keselamatan dia, is it?
No, cannot. You must jaga keselamatan dia. Because of that, sometimes when they go on the road, who is protecting them?
Police, sir.
When you see the flag is other flag of country, the police will be on the first one to patrol them. Betul tak?
So daripada segi untuk menjaga keselamatan ni, sir, apa dia punya authority?
Authority dia adalah berkaitan dengan satu ialah seperti saya kata tadi, berkaitan dengan jus cogens. Itu adalah authority dia. Dan juga ada isu berkaitan dengan mereka telah juga menandatangani treaty berdasarkan kepada UDHR ataupun UDHR tak, ada satu kan yang berkaitan dengan diplomat kan, ada dua treaty berkaitan dengan diplomat yang tahun 1961 atau mistaken. So ada isu berkaitan dengan treaty yang ditandatangani dan juga ada juga isu berkaitan dengan jus cogens yang mana perundangan berkaitan dengan adat, itu untuk menjaga keselamatan diplomat ni adalah jelas tertera, adalah isu berkaitan dengan satu prinsip jus cogens yang mana anda ialah receiving state, you have to jaga keselamatan mereka. Di mana-mana pun anda kena jaga keselamatan mereka, walaupun mereka ni boleh dikatakan mereka berjalan di atas jalan raya untuk tujuan mereka untuk beriadah, untuk tujuan mereka sendiri. Mungkin itu adalah persoalan, adakah itu aktiviti persendirian atau aktiviti negara. Kalau berlaku apa-apa, kita mungkin boleh kata itu adalah aktiviti dia sendiri, mungkin itu adalah disebabkan itu adalah masalahnya wujud. Tapi katakan ialah isu berkaitan dengan perkataan berkaitan dengan parti yang irregular parti ini, adakah irregular parti itu adalah satu parti yang irregular parti tersebut, adakah dia rasmi ke tidak rasmi? Is it rasmi or not rasmi, the party?
Depends on the tujuan, sir.
Depends on the tujuan, but they say toast for the what? Toast for the
Nabung.
Isn't it true or not?
Toast for the nabung.
So they say it's a newborn country. So when it's a newborn country, they're going on the perspective of the celebrating on the event of a newborn country, which is also can be say it's official, right? True. So when it's become official, then it's all about what? We have to safeguard them. So the call is going to end. We're going to come back on this discussion on the next link. Cuba akan masukkan link kedua.
Ustaz, link ni
it's all about pangkat and all about this position lah. That's all. Bagi saya, bila mereka menjawab pada satu persekitaran yang ada lebih kurang 40-50 orang, mana semuanya lah pelajar-pelajar nak graduate lah, cara pemikiran mereka tu pun adalah lebih kepada macam they will say something very professionally lah. That's how they're going to teach kita kan. Ini saya rasa anda pun tahu. So bayangkan kalau saya kata tuliskan semua secara ringkas saya tahu. Mengapa ada failure rate? That's all. Why they got failure rate? Okay, you want me to tell you all what is another way of looking at it? Nicely to be done. Write your answer down there. You must say something about the professor. Thank you, professor, for checking on the said answer. Try to put something nice words there. I always say, right, as you all what? Anda semua pernah baca apa? Baca apa? Baca dia punya artikel. You must say that also, you know. Let's say you all read an article on an issue related to, say, responsibility. She just now said that she didn't went to that, said what? Leap right, but her friend went right. The friend went and say what? She won what? She stressed on what? This question need to be addressed according to this right, true or not? So, you all can also write there, according to Prof. Noalida, when she has stressed this in the LEAP program, has stated there. So, according to respective professor, so I've stressed on this case whereby it is important to understand this Tehran case. It's for more to state responsibility where the fact of the case. I go on that base. 1, 2 things that you put that should make her to alert, you know. Oh, okay. That's what, when I read this answer, A answer, or the contract fantastic answer, when I read, saya mula membayangkan bahawa jawapan-jawapan dia ada sesuatu yang attract someone to read until end. Saya bayangkanlah diri saya macam dalam keadaan ini soalan-soalan jawapan-jawapan yang amat baik. So anda bila buat role of United Nations, saya rasa dia takkan kompromi, you know. She's not going to be compromised on the issue of that you don't know the structure of the United Nations. And she is bringing in whether the international law is a law, because she know the question may be fundamentally is relating to the governance of the international law, whether it's effective or not. I think that's what she meant. You all got it. If she said so, then you all put it seems with the question here, which also when talk on the strength, on the weakness of the United Nations, it's also related to the aspect of whether international law is a law. You can say like that. Because she's putting a hint, you know, she want what. So you all have to put the notes now. For question number 1, what she hint. For question number 2, what she hint. For question number 3, what she hint. So for question number 3 is problematic. So most probably soalan berapa yang akan menjadi kita punya pengumpulan markah. Soalan mana? Senior students who are going to be our representative of legal fertility, bar councils members, anda semua, which will give you more marks, where you need to tackle, brothers and sisters. Mana? Ini semua anda akan dengar nanti bila anda pergi join to bar council. Mereka akan panggil ni semua, brothers and sisters, and betul tak? Semua ni ada kan? So which one? Soalan jenis apa? Problematic. So when you choose problematic questions, your marks akan lebih tinggi berbanding dengan anda mengambil soalan apa? Soalan C. Why? Because problematic question ialah tempat yang anda boleh score dengan mengambil isu. Anda boleh pergi dengan banyak isu, anda boleh pergi dengan banyak kedudukan undang-undang berbanding dengan essay question. That's why essay question, when people draft the essay question, they fix with this answer. This is the problem on the essay questions. If I am a lecturer, I'm an examiner, when I draft that, I want this answer to be stated there because saya nak answer itu specific. Itu problem essay. Bila anda pergi berjumpa dengan profesor kan, dia akan bagi tahu, tak, saya tak tanya perkara itu, saya tanya perkara ini yang saya fokuskan. Masa saya draft soalan itu, saya fokuskan kepada ini. Tapi bila anda baca soalan itu, anda akan nampak apa? Tak ada pun isu berkaitan dengan perspektif what is law dekat sana kan? Ada ke? Ada sana. Whether the law is a law. Ada dekat sana.
Oh,
Ada langsung. Ha. So dia nak kita ingat benda yang dia nak kita bagi tahu berkaitan dengan apa dia rasa dalam hati dia tau. That's that's a essay problem. I believe lah, from the first day until now, I see now the essay problem is only this. They want us to think like what they think. It's impossible to think as they want us to think like them. Impossible.
Actually, yes, I pun think the same. Macam mana nak fikir apa yang dia nak.
Macam dia tanya apakah nama anda? Lepas tu dia bagi tahu contoh-contoh kat bawah. Nama ini adalah nama yang mulia, nama yang baik, nama yang berkaitan dengan kedudukan undang-undang. Macam mana saya tak tahu dia bercakap tentang Austin ke, dia bercakap tentang Aristotle ke, dia cakap tentang Socrates ke. Pada bayangan saya, soalan dia adalah berkaitan dengan apa dia tanya saya. Contohnya soalan tadi yang berkaitan dengan apakah yang anda rasa berkaitan dengan kedudukan United Nations berdasarkan kepada kepentingan, iaitu kekuatan dan kelemahan United Nations. Contoh itu dia bagi kepada Palestin dengan Israel. Nak kaitkan what is law? International law is a law. So maksudnya dia bila nak buat soalan itu, dia sudah fikir, ini yang saya nak. China student ni, contoh ni, whether the international law is a law. Tapi tak ada pun ungkapan berdasarkan siapa yang memberitahu Oppien ke, ataupun Max Weber ke, Aristotle ke, Plato ke. Nobody has stated anything there, right? On the caption dia tak ada kan pernyataan itu tak ada. Tapi dia nak kita berfikir seperti itu risiko lah. So dia mula dah membayangkan kita, untuk kita kalau ambil essay, kita kena ikut apa dia fikir. Datuk dunia pun tak boleh nak fikir macam diorang fikir, correct tak? Because manusia boleh fikir berbenda pun, correct tak? I maybe think something now and maybe writing something else later, and later I will say this is what I thought last 2 years ago. So all this cannot, difficult. That's why I say essay lah complicated. Mana hidden kita punya strategic dekat mana? Problematic. So mana problematic yang boleh keluar? Where is problematic where can come out? Yeah, which problematic can come out? Jurisdiction? State responsibility?
Wilayah itu also can.
So when you all tackle the role of United Nations, this all, she knows, even she will not have interest on reading that. It's like every day you eat biryani, the same biryani comes on your plate every day, and the next day also the same biryani is coming in for her. Like what like how people give me thought questions. A glance of the thought question, if I look at the question answer, I will like, this is the answer, like that. You understand or not? That's how she will treat for the question for what? Role of international law on the United Nations, ataupun implication towards what? Whether it is a law or not. Dia akan rasa macam tu. Kerana dia macam makan seperti makan kek untuk dia tau. Anda faham tak? Baginya, tak perlu tengok apa-apa pun, they will know this is the certain answer that she wants. But for problematica, she cannot run away from the structure of the answer because dia memangnya sudah trap dalam mana satu case yang dia akan ubah untuk jadi soalan itu. Anda faham tak? Her weakness is that, she is not thinking out of box for the problematic question. You all see the trend of the question. You analyze the lecturer lah. Look that our MEF, Miss MEF sent all the question so many years ago. You all take and see. I always tell you a hint, Rutrania, Rodania. She never changed. She never changed the name. They never changed the problematic question. Tak ada. Orang bayangkan benda yang sama je dia tanya. Itu tembakan, itu satu. Lotus case diorang ada ubah ke? Diorang bagi tahu saya. Diorang ada ubah lotus case ke? Mana dia ubah lotus case? Dia akan pergi kepada objective test ataupun dia pergi kepada subjective test. Itu saja. Dia tak akan ubah itu lotus case. Ada ubah ke? Dua soalan ni kita boleh tahu tau. Dia tak ubah tau. Dia ubah nama saja. Dan satu lagi soalan dia takkan ubah. Mana? Bagi kita saya. Daripada tahun yang berapa bulan kita belajar ni, mana satu soalan lagi dia tak ubah? Daripada apa yang soalan-soalan kita nampak ni. Miss Amy have put the question, we have done a lot of question, we seen a lot of question, mana satu yang dia tak ubah? Wilayah. Apa dia tak ubah dalam wilayah? Apa isu dia tak ubah dalam wilayah? Occupation. Satu tempat tu kosong, tiba-tiba diorang pergi, tiba-tiba diorang nampak, tiba-tiba diorang pergi pacak bendera. Betul tak? Ada satu puak akan buat apa? Berada di sana untuk 100 tahun, akan bertindak untuk menentang mereka. Betul tak? Isu kedua. Isu ketiga apa? Puak-puak itu akan menjadi apa? Jadikan self-determination. Betul tak? Dia akan cuba untuk merdeka. Itu flow dia takkan ubah. Dia hanya nak kaitkan dengan apa? Timor Leste saja. Lepas tu dia akan balik kepada mana tahu? Palestine Israel. Dalam isu self-determination. Tapi ada juga isu berkaitan Timor Leste. Timor Leste yang menjadi apa? Menjadikan negaranya merdeka daripada siapa? They come out from whom? Indonesia. Yugoslavia. There are so many countries independent on what? On self-determination. So they are just going to show what? Whether they got what? Whether they go what? On perspective, right? What is perspective? Diorang ada apa? Kita ada kawalan, kita ada isu wilayah ni dalam bentuk apa? Occupation, lagi apa? Wilayah ni. Sama what? Penaklukan? Penyerahan? Atau pemberian? Lagi? Annexation. Annexation itu
penambahan, sir.
Penambahan. Lagi berkaitan dengan penempatan. Penempatan itu terjadi disebabkan oleh apa? Isu. Semua kata penempatan means what? What is the focus of student when talk about penempatan? What is the focus of student when talk about penempatan? What is it? Penempatan means for them terra nullius. Is it correct? Is it penempatan is only terra nullius?
No, semata-mata terra nullius is not a penempatan.
So what also can be included under the said occupation? Occupation means what basically? It also can be terra nullius. Another one is what? Occupied by the other party. Contohnya Francis Light, when he came here, he say what? Tiada orang menduduki Pulau Pinang. But end of the day, siapa duduk dekat sana? Adanya perkampungan, nelayan-nelayan yang menduduki Pulau Pinang. Betul tak? Itu menunjukkan apa? Adanya pendudukan. So isunya bukan saja isu berkaitan terra nullius, tapi semua berpegang kepada terra nullius saja. Isunya juga berkaitan dengan siapa menduduki tanah tersebut. Adakah tanah itu pada mulanya telah diduduki, diserahkan? Boleh diserahkan oleh apa? Ceded through what? All this in the question, all the word I'm saying through the question. Ceded through what?
Treaty, sir.
What is the case that you can bring in? Clipperton Island can? Island of Palmas can? All these cases you can bring in, right, to show that whether they have control, effective control dalam cara apa? Preskriptif kan? Pemberian tu kan? Betul tak? Preskriptif. Isn't it? True. So bila anda nampak perkataan-perkataan ini, anda sudah mula membayangkan, right, at the end they will go on self-determination. Can they say self-determination can be done? Can United Nations can come in and say that the referendum, through referendum they can give that country to their own people? Can what? Timor Leste lah kes dia, betul tak? Referendum itu akhirnya berjaya kan, yang pergi ke United Nations. Dia mendapat pengundian, majoriti bersetuju untuk berpisah daripada siapa? Indonesia. Adakah terjadi? Terjadi. Tetapi melainkan negara itu menunjukkan adanya apa? Kawalan efektif melalui perundangan kes-kes yang boleh dilihat ya, kes mana? Litigan Sipadan Batu Putih. That's all. So itu wilayah. Isu berkaitan dengan adanya orang ke, dia dapat datang ke, tapi selalu student cuba bawa apa? What they always try to bring in before they go into wilayah, what they try to go in? They try to go into the Montevideo Convention. Why they want to bring in Montevideo Convention? To
because
show
they thought, maybe they thought to show to establish statehood.
Let's see.
Padahal is about wilayah.
So you can bring also, because that day I saw the answer also, they mentioned Montevideo, they said that's good answer. So she accepted the Vilaya answer. So where you all have to follow the Vilaya answer now. You all can see the past year answers, right? Yang kita sharekan tadi kan, ada isu berkaitan perkara itu kan. You see that one lah. Ada kan? Itu berkaitan Vilaya kan? Is it see? The one shared by doctor. So you all have to look into that question. Okay. So see the next idea now. Sekejap. Okay. I got a class later. They're asking for link. So I got a next class, extra class also for the contract. So I'm giving a contract extra class. So that one will be also going on later, 8 to 9. So that's the idea of the international law. International law punya idea lah senang. Di mana anda kena lihat kepada dia jatuh dalam chapter mana, kita lihat kepada isu mana. Now let's look into the other question. The question number 3 is easier. That means mudah ke? Question number 3 itu. Anda boleh buat. Can you all do or not? Question number 3. Can? Kindly do your question number 3. Okay, cuba buat soalan nombor 3 itu. Okay, soalan berapa sekarang? Kita mungkin boleh lihat soalan nombor 4. The issue regarding criteria of statehood raises considerable problem as it has to do with the attitude of the other states towards the new entity, and in particular the question of recognition. Do other states recognize the newly entity, and what are the implications if they do or if they do not? So what is the answer for this recognition? Statehood can be recognized or not? How does the statehood or the state can be recognized? Pengiktirafan. Kau? Mereka boleh diiktiraf oleh negaranya sendiri ataupun diiktiraf oleh sebuah negara lain.
There's two ways to recognize it.
First one.
Constitutive and also declaratory.
So constitutive is more to what?
Constitutive is more to Article 1 Montevideo Convention. So
it is self-declaration or other party?
I think it's self.
So declaratory?
Declaratory you must pengiktirafan daripada negara lain. Is it? Ke I terbalik? I pun tak takut salah. Mungkin terbalik ke? But I remember these two theory lah.
Cuba tengok everyone. Who want to answer? Who want to help? Declaratory dengan constitutive. Declaratory theory. Declaratory theory on what? On recognition. Is what? The state exists without recognition, which merely acknowledges existing. The declaratory theory is becoming prevailing. The declaratory theory is recognition.
Sorry sir, declaratory dia tidak perlu pengiktirafan negara lain.
Konstitutif ialah
Perlu pengiktirafan negara lain.
so dia juga ada isu ni. So you have to careful on that saja. Tak apa. Okay. So ada kan? Ada bab kita punya bab pengiktirafkan. Ada tak? We got bab pengiktirafan. Iktirafan. We got.
Bab 7 Ustaz. Bab 7.
Send the bab pengiktirafan. Takut saya tak hantar ke. Saya pun takut juga. Kadang-kadang ada nota. Ada satu isu yang saya kena hantarkan. Lagi ada satu nota if not mistaken. Berikan analisis mengapa penting Mahkamah Keadilan menentukan sifat undang-undang antara bersatu dan operations. Pengiktirafan. Pengiktirafan adalah isu berkaitan dengan recognition, penduduk tetap, wilayah, ini semua ialah isu berkaitan Montevideo. First, konstitutif dengan declaratory. Okay, konstitutif dengan declaratory. Ada juga beberapa kes-kes yang penting boleh dilihat. What is the case-case? Don't still remember the case-case. Ada tak? Ada case-case dia? Why suddenly we got de facto, de jure? What is de facto? What is de jure?
De facto. De facto is temporary.
Temporary. De jure lah.
Dia is tetap and absolute.
Maksudnya dia diberi pengiktirafan oleh kebanyakan negara ataupun dia adalah satu yang kekal lah, di mana dia telah mendapat pengiktirafan dunia, seperti sebuah negara yang memang diiktiraf. Okay, so dia ada isu-isu ni, kena baca ini. Lepas tu saya rasa cikgu pernah hantar isu ini berkaitan dengan the Bar Council punya mana Sri, the Bar Council punya nota. I've sent the Bar Council one, right? That one is more to what? Ada satu yang saya hantar untuk Bar Council punya. Ada Bar Council yang ada buat satu tulisan. Itu adalah lebih kepada apa? Is it that one is more to transformation? Cara bagaimana kita menggunakan undang-undang municipal dan antarabangsa? The Bar Council one. Ada 3 soalan yang boleh kita nampak boleh keluar dalam esei. Contohnya seperti soalan transformation yang ada isu berkaitan dengan undang-undang yang ingin diterima oleh apa? Undang-undang yang diterima oleh siapa? Undang-undang yang akan diterima atau diterima oleh siapa? Oleh sebuah negara. Jika mereka sign dan rectify dan bawa ke negara itu, mereka kena buat apa? What they have to do? Transformation, right? This transformation happens to be what? Why is transformation happening? Need to adopt to the system whereby Malaysia is more to transformation. We cannot easily do what? Kita tidak boleh dengan cepatnya menggunakannya dalam bentuk apa? Incorporation. Because incorporation tu dia terus guna. Tapi kita lebih ke apa? Lebih kepada transformation. So anda kena lihat kepada soalan-soalan essay. Contoh soalan-soalan essay ialah incorporation transformation, role of United Nations, whether international law is a law or not. Ini yang isu berkaitan dengan apa? This is the issue berkaitan dengan isu berkaitan dengan apa? Isu berkaitan dengan soalan-soalan essay. Soalan-soalan problematik ialah seperti saya kata tadi, jurisdiction iaitu lotus, wilayah, isu berkaitan dengan analysis occupation, dan juga ada pemberian, annexation and all that. Lepas tu kita ada isu berkaitan dengan apa? State responsibility, and the fourth one ialah berkaitan dengan diplomat. So mana kita punya strength sekarang? Dekat mana? Dekat problematic. So we need to go into problematic question more compared to we dwell into our essay question. I believe that problematic question could solve our issues here. Kalau anda ambil dua problematic question, satu essay pun mungkin okey juga. Saya rasa boleh. Tapi problematic banyakkan. Kalau boleh buat semua problematic pun bagus. Kerana problematic punya soalan, bila anda ulang daripada ungkapan fakta soalan daripada atas, anda akan nampak dengan jelas. Juga tulisan anda begitu lancar, anda boleh juga berkompromi dengan cara penjawapan yang jelas dan terang. Berbanding dengan soalan essay, semuanya adalah daripada perkataan sendiri. Tidak ada ulangan daripada soalan itu banyak berbanding dengan soalan problematik. Kerana soalan problematik akan memberikan isu, akan memberikan kita fakta soalan itu dengan lebih jelas berbanding dengan soalan essay. Dia hanya ungkapan-ungkapan yang akan berulang saja. So where is our strength? Is more to problematic question. You all got it? You all understand? You understand, right? This is what we have to do. We have to learn according to the international law. Got it? Understand? Okay. Any question? Any question? So far? Any question so far? So saya nak anda cuba buat question number 3 dulu. Can I? Y'all do question number 3, can I? Can I? Okay, y'all do question number 3. Y'all send the question number 3, and we will do another. We got another about half an hour. We will look into that questions. The fifth question, you all look at the fifth question is related to what? 7 officer bearer of League of Shadow met at Krypton Police, the capital of Krypton, the United Nations members. There they agreed to buy guns explosive from the state of Argo, a tower in the state of Kandor. To carry out this plan, they recruited an additional 5 persons from the several states, namely Gotham, Metropolitan, Smallville. Attack on the Red Tower was carried out 107 yesterday by new recruits of the League of Shadow, as states above. League of Shadows has claimed responsibility for the attack. Multilateral extradition treaty concluded whether between among the states mentioned here, including Kandor, which regard all criminal matters. The Prime Minister of Kandor was legal. Here got extradition. So what is this all about? What is all about? Is it this one also state responsibility? Jawapan dia lah, yeah, correct. Because 7 office bearer of League of Shadow meet at Krypton Police, the capital of Krypton of United. They are agreed to buy guns explosive for the state of Argo on attack to Red Tower in the state of Kandor. So these people are known as the League of Shadow, met at Krypton Police, capital of Krypton, and United Nations members, and they were agreed to buy guns explosive from the state of Argo, attack the Red Tower in the state of Kandor. So that means they're doing an attack. So this is like a Mumbai attack. You know Mumbai attack. Have you all studied this Mumbai attack? Anyone knows about the India Mumbai attack? But by other states, terrorists attacked into the Mumbai and they killed the civilians, and also so many officers injured and died also. So can we say it's also issue related to state responsibility, because this one more to what? 7 office bearers, you know. If it's done by the officers of the country, do the country have responsibility over the matter? What is the answer? Yes. At end of the day, there is extradition. What is the meaning of extradition? What's the meaning of extradition? If someone did a wrong in the country, they could be extradited to other country if there is a treaty. So ada tak mereka di sini ada extradition treaty? It says yes. The League of Shadow has claimed responsibility on the attack. Last year, a multilateral extradition treaty was concluded between among the states of mentioned, including Kandor. The Prime Minister of Kandor wishes to advise to illegal issues in this case. Advise them. Some people also will say it's more to jurisdiction. Some people also will say because the people already say what? Mereka sudah pun menyatakan apa? Menyatakan bahawa negara itu sudah pun bertanggungjawab. So mengapa kita nak balik kepada isu negara ini bertanggungjawab ke tidak? Betul tak? Tetapi kita boleh ada mixing answer di sinilah. Satu ialah isu berkaitan dengan jurisdiction, negara mana yang akan atau boleh membawa tindakan kepada pihak-pihak ini, dan juga isu berkaitan state responsibility, dan juga isu berkaitan dengan ekstradisi boleh dilakukan ataupun tidak. Sri agreed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but which one she want more? She say what? Jurisdiction.
No, she didn't discuss this one.
Yes.
Sebab dia sempat sampai nombor 3 je.
Pasal tak ada masa.
Tak ada masa, sir.
Aduh.
Too long on the first question.
So leap finish That means leap end ready lah. That means they went and just discuss 3 question lah. That's all.
Dia discuss 3 tu je. So 2 lagi dia tak sempat discuss.
Mana boleh tak dapat? Dia bukannya pun bagi jawapan, betul tak? Structure answer tak ada kan? Dia cakap saja kan, betul tak?
Dia cakap because of dia punya cakap-cakap tu, then drag until tak sempat nak discuss.
Cannot lah. It is not.
So I think the student have no idea lah macam mana. Yang 2 lagi.
This is the idea of her. She will say everything. They just want us to manipulate us lah. I find that lah. That means
I think last year pun sama lah, sir. Sama juga. Last year pun diorang cakap, kalau tak silap, student complain sempat discuss 3 je. But the thing is, soalan nombor 6 tu dia tak discusskan, tapi soalan nombor 6 tu yang keluar similar to the final exam. Yeah.
I believe it's all strategic. You know what strategic? A strategic is to come and put some drama, circus of Rome. This is I want from you, this is I want from you, this is all. So you all will write the same thing. I've done that issues, before that. Bila saya jadi student kan masa tu, belum buat master semua, saya masa buat bachelor's, saya pun dengar cakap diorang saja. Tapi lepas tu saya pergi bincang dengan sini kata, kalau kita ikut cakap dia, ingat dia akan paskan kita. Katanya why? Yang ramai fail adalah orang yang buat macam tu lah, dia kata. Faham tak? Kita bincang tau. Kalau tak, orang bincang. Ini grup kan, kalau katakan anda ada WhatsApp group, anda bincang, anda yang tulis ringkas-ringkas tu, orang pas ke atau fail? Yang buat implication of this fact of this case, this is what the fact of the case said in 1-2 lines, and this is the decision of the case according to the judge, 1-2 lines. You all think you all pass her. What she will say later? If you bring the script to her and discuss with her, what she will say? Individually, people who went and meet them personally, what they will say? Mr. Ram, I think you didn't talk about this case fully, This case say this facts 90. Why you put only this only? It doesn't mean anything lah. You all know. This is the excuses when they meet the student, one-to-one. Tahu tak? Yang pergi one-to-one yang jumpa diorang tu semua, diorang semua tu bagi tahu apa tau dekat pelajar. Ini you tak ada, ini tertulis, ini fakta tak ada, ini keputusan tak ada, you tulis apa, itu tak tanya ini, you tulis itu. Lebih baik kalau saya daripada ikut cakap dia, lebih baik saya tulis semua fakta kes, keputusan kes semua kan, betul tak? Bila saya pergi berjumpa dengan dia, saya akan throw kertas tu bagi tahu dia semua saya dah tulis apa. Apa lagi nak tulis? Betul tak? You understand? That's one of my student from 1 grade she went to B+ for international law. I don't want to tell her name lah. For 1 grading she went to the B+ because she go and put arguments, to say I wrote this much what the mark you have given to me. They sit and look at her, they see the marks, all that, whatever she read, she have something very substantive, when she said that. And automatically they change the marks to B+.
Sir, I think Amy is asking in the group.
What she said? Ada tak nampak pun? Ada ke? She say what? Let everyone send message. Tak nampak? What she said in group? It doesn't appear here. In our WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
WhatsApp group, what she asked. May I know this case prescriptions? Any area of territory bordering the state of prescriptions. The war or comments of the state is under state president one's combination complies. Elsewhere, they invaded the area under controlling. This is the one similar to leads like this. Got seeded or not? See, got seeded on area territory bordering. But seeded got right. Why there's the issue of seeded? If there is seeded means what?
Penyerahan. So biasanya penyerahan melalui treaty.
Then the idea will be what? More to prescription. Kalau ada seeded kan, dia punya pandangan saya lah daripada banyak yang saya nampak kan, seeded, kalau ada seeded saja dia boleh jadi prescriptions. Kerana dia dibuat melalui apa? Melalui treaty. Seeded tu sendiri adalah dari segi treaty kan, betul tak? So when somebody give that thing, seeded is sessions, yeah, true. But when you look into the cases, some of the cases also go under perspective. True. Island of Palmas, Clipperton Island, all that. Ni cuba kita akan bincangkan nanti, juga akan bincangkan wilayah ini dengan anda. Correct. See, Miss Amy, what you say correct. You can argue in different way lah. Or one of the way is also ceded can fall under prescriptive because what? It says what? Effective control, right? True or not? Ceded through what? Ceded through what? Ceded through what? Treaty. Betul kan? Mana kita punya wilayah punya, cuba tengok wilayah punya nota tu. Mana kita punya Sri? How you will argue Sri? Is it you can bring in perspective or cannot bring in perspective? Can I? Okay, I read for your preskripsi ya. Mana ini preskripsi? Perolehan melalui preskripsi terjadi berhak milik sebuah wilayah diambil melalui penempatan tidak sah terhadap wilayah negara lain sekurang-kurangnya dengan sedikit kemusykilan tentang kesahan kawalan tersebut. Di bawah undang-undang antarabangsa, pemilikan yang tidak sah atau kemusykilan hak milik boleh menjadi sah dengan penyatuan dua cara, laluan masa, accusants daripada negara lain. What is the meaning of accusants daripada negara lain? What is the meaning accusants?
Kesenyatan.
Can I say pemberian also? Betul ke? Try to Google the word
So when you said a prescription is under when we define preskripsi terjadi apabila hak milik sebuah wilayah diambil melalui penempatan tidak sah. So tidak sah. Then when we relate to the penyerahan, you bagi satu hak title kepada negara lain melalui treaty, adakah itu dipanggil sebagai tidak sah? Sedangkan penyerahan
bukan untuk dua negara ini, untuk orang-orang yang berada di sana dianggap sebagai tidak sah. Contohnya macam negara Malaysia kan, dan didatangi oleh Belanda dengan British menandatangani perjanjian London. Perjanjian Inggeris Belanda 1824. Tapi kita bukan a party of British Belanda. Adakah majlis raja-raja ataupun tuan kita ataupun sultan-sultan menjadi seorang parti dalam perjanjian Inggeris Belanda? Tak ada kan?
So that's mean penyerahan also can be related to the prescription lah.
Yeah, that's so how you look into it, because it says that acquiescence is something that you give to someone without being protested. That means the nation not protested it also can be considered to be what? Also gets considered to be prescriptive. But mostly people will argue lah, because if it be given to someone, but some people not want to claim that being given in a way of the tujuan pemberian itu adalah tidak secara aman, so they cannot claim under the perspective itself. Betul tak? Kena faham tak? Because who is claiming all this? Siapa akan claim? The nation who said, I am legally on the said land because of what? They will claim. But at the end of the day, what the International Court of Justice will see, whether ada tak mereka menduduki tempat itu secara apa? Secara aman. So kalau ada penentangan daripada orang-orang di sana untuk kata, oh no, we don't want them, we don't want this Belanda, we don't want this English to be here. So penentangan itu akan membawa kepada apa? Dan penentangan akan pergi kepada apa? Self-determination. That's why even anda kata penempatan, even anda kata preskripsi, even anda akan kata mereka mendapatnya melalui 2/4 penaklukan, semua ini atau penyerahan, pemberian, semua ini ada isu kepada satu keadaan yang sangat penting, iaitu apa? Kawalan secara efektif. Kalau tak dapat nak tunjukkan kawalan efektif, self-determination itu boleh menyebabkan negara itu memperolehi kedudukan sebagai negara berdaulat di bawah satu persetujuan di United Nations melalui pengundian. So that will be the wilayah lah. The once part of dominion. Can we say state of Venezuela as prescription over dominion? Wait, let me read. On the state of Venezuela, the area and the state of Venezuela once dominion. Colonized, colonized. Colonized means here what? What is the meaning colonized? The area of state of Bezerdi were once part of dominion, where the dominion colonized that part of the world. So dominion, once a part of dominion, where dominion colonized a part of the world. So it means dominion have the annexation, right? It means they took it on the wall. That means they took it on the annexation or penaklukan lah. Isn't it true? No? Those days lah, and they took it from that. So that's what I'm looking at here. State Venezuela were once part of dominion. Can we say state Venezuela as prescription over dominion? They took it on the wall. On the wall. Do we have any prescriptions case that we can look into on the issue related to war? Which are the prescriptions punya case? Can you all put it the prescription punya case di sini? Mana isu-isu berkaitan dengan prescription? Case prescription adalah apa? Anyone? Case prescription. Can anyone put here case prescription?
Joyce case.
Apa? Tak dengar?
Joyce case.
Okay, cikgu nampak dekat sini satunya ialah kita nampak seperti Eastern Greenland. Kita ada Island of Palmas.
Yes.
So kita ada dua ni kan, let's say Eastern Greenland. So Eastern Greenland punya case ada tak isu berkaitan dengan penaklukan? Is it berkaitan dengan penaklukan Eastern Greenland? Eastern Greenland punya case ialah berkaitan apa? Anyone? Dia berkaitan dengan Proclamation menuntut bahawa ialah tiara analis. Denmark juga menuntut wilayah tersebut dan kedua-dua pihak menuntut di mahkamah. Majoriti 12-2 mahkamah memutuskan bahawa Eastern Greenland adalah di bawah kedaulatan Denmark. Mahkamah juga memutuskan bahawa tuntutan kedaulatan bukanlah hanya menunjukkan kepada beberapa perkara terperinci, tetapi menunjukkan kepada pertunjukan kuasa kedaulatan yang berterusan, di mana yang melibatkan dua perkara sepatutnya dibuktikan. Niat kesanggupan untuk menunjukkan kuasa kedaulatan, pertunjukan kuasa yang sebenar. So can we say if you already took that seat dominion, like in that case, they already took the country from a war, on history, can they bring it on the prescriptive? Can they show that they have intention to control the state sovereignty of that state land? Can they also show that they have the real power of the state occupation? Could they also take here? Prescriptive. So what is the main idea of prescriptive? Is it to show that they have that state control over the state land? Can right? I believe it could be done. It's argument, still based on argument, because dia bukan penaklukan yang baru kan, yang berdasarkan kepada UN Charter 24 kan, di mana penaklukan sekarang ialah lebih kepada isu berkaitan dengan peperangan seperti negara Iraq dengan Kuwait. Kalau anda kata adakah mereka memiliki kuasa pada zaman dulu untuk mereka kontrol, then I will say you still can subject to arguments lah. Masih lagi boleh, tapi anda kena lihat kepada dua elemen tersebut. So I will not say no lah, because most of the cases here, even Island of Palmas and all the cases lebih kurang macam prescriptive sahaja. Yeah, I will say you can go on prescriptive, but you have to show the elements of the prescriptive. Whether the element of prescriptive can be shown here or not, that's all. So what is the 4 syarat untuk preskripsi? Kawalan efektif, pertunjukan mesti menunjukkan bahawa dia adalah dalam kuasa aman dan berterusan. Dia mestilah dibuat secara publik untuk satu jangka masa yang panjang. So semua ini perlu ditunjukkan. It's all about how I argue lah, basically. If you argue in the sense of that state country menakluk pada zaman sejarah di mana memang mereka memegangnya daripada mulanya, menunjukkan mereka ada satu kedudukan kawalan. Kerana dia dibuat cara apa? Cara bertentangan kan. Yang tadi kita lihat yang also Sri katakan dia bertentangan, right? Pengambilan sebuah negara yang kemungkinan bertentangan, yang mungkin dia adalah tidak dipersetujui. Tapi ada juga berkaitan accusations daripada negara sebelum ini, penyerahan daripada sebuah negara. Okay, so preskripsi ialah apa? Di mana dia kata melalui perolehan preskripsi, hak milik sebuah wilayah diambil melalui penempatan tidak sah terhadap wilayah negara lain atau sekurang-kurangnya dengan sedikit kemusykilan tentang kesahan kawalan tersebut. So why not? Saya rasa penaklukan itu sekarang dia lebih kepada artikel 24 tu UN Charter tu saya rasa sekarang, not those days. Those days punya ialah mereka selalunya mengambil satu kedudukan tanah itu melalui apa? Memacak pacakan pada tanah, pergi ke dalam tanah itu kawal efektif. So dia boleh melalui satu pendudukan yang kosong, ada orang, occupation, prescription, ceded pemberian. So how you look into that idea and you put it into the preskripsi lah. I think a bit of reading can make it more clearer. But this is my pandangan when I look into the idea of the preskripsi. Okay, am I clear on that? Mungkin cikgu boleh menambahkan lagi a bit nota lah on the issue. Kasikili Sedudu Island case, Denmark versus Norway. The Sedudu Island case, you need to very important. I think you're reading very good. That's why you do a lot of research. Very good, very smart. I believe the Sedudu Island case is very important to look into. Okay, class, kindly look into what Miss Amy say. Kindly do a bit of research on the Sedudu Island case. I think the Sedudu Island case is also very important. Okay, try to look into these cases, very important, because this Sedudu case like this. On 29 May, the government of Bostawa and government of Namibia notified jointly registered the Court of Special Agreement which had signed between them on 15 February and had entered into 15 May. for the submission for the court of the dispute existing between the concerning boundary Sedudu Island, Kasilikili Sedudu Island, and the legal statute of the island. So special agreement referred in treaty between Great Britain and Germany concerning respective sphere of influence of two countries. Ini cikgu akan share kepada anda cuba baca ini, cuba fahamkan. Dia sedikit panjang. Setakat ni saya rasa anda masih very clear, so saya tak nak lagi nak buatkan mind you terfikir kepada benda lain. Just baca dia untuk additional, cuba fahamkan. Tak fahamkan nanti cikgu akan cuba bincangkan dalam kelas. Okay? So until now you all feel very clear, right, of international law. There's no any things until now your mind very clear what I'm saying. I'm talking through my experience lah, that I'm not believing these people who's come to us and say do a bit is enough, do a bit is enough. I don't believe in that idea. I don't think so. You have to believe, because the failing rates of international law is like very high. It's damn high. So why, when people go to leap and take the advice, why the failing rate very high? Something wrong, right? Don't tell me 50% of the class doesn't understand what they say. So there is something strategic going on. Be clear on that. Saya rasa lah, cikgu dapat nampak lah ni semua. Saya rasa lah, cikgu takkan percaya mereka lah. Daripada dulu sampai sekarang, I never believe into them. I don't know why I don't believe into them. I don't believe the system fair. If not, everyone could pass what? Why 200 people, every year there's only 30 people? Logic question. Why every year one paper always got very highest fail rate? Contract, PIL, jurisprudence. Why these three papers hurdles? You ask this question. Ini fenomena ke? Ini semua. Every year mesti datang seperti apa, banjir. Bulan Disember banjir. Every year bulan Disember kena banjir. Macam tu ke? Macam 4 season punya saja. Saya tak dapat tengok logik dia lah. You all can understand the logic lah. If you teach long you see, it doesn't make sense, you know, because every year maybe one paper down, one paper up, like SPM, satu tahun moral down, satu tahun sejarah up, you know, faham tak? Ini setiap tahun satu paper saja. Apa ini musim apa? Musim macam buah-buahan, buah-buahan durian, bulan ni, ini musim buahan, like that. You want to faham kan? Illogical, right? Okay, so that's all. We will meet on Friday, but this Friday I will add more hours. That means we're going to meet at 8 o'clock, not 8:30. Extra half an hour will be added for the rest of the classes also. Okay, so we want to discuss question and all that. So itu saja untuk hari ini. Sekian, terima kasih. Ada apa-apa soalan?
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Lepas ni cikgu ada kontrak. Okay, bye. See you. Thank you. Bye.